Hey there, everybody. Matt Carter here.
And Jessica Carter from CARTERMATT.com.
This video is our reaction to The Masked Singer on Wednesday night. We now know the identity of the butterfly, and guess what? The internet wins again. The internet is basically like House in the Casino, where the house always wins. It's like there's no outsmarting all of the Twitter sleuths that are out there.
Absolutely, it's true. Google is ruining it for everybody. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, no, it was who everybody said that it was.
Here's the funniest thing. Twitter is also ruining this for everyone, because I went on there tonight, and this was before The Masked Singer even ended, and it had on there trending, The Masked Singer also trends with Michelle Williams written right below it.
Yeah.
So it's just like, Twitter, I know you wanted to change your new, your interface, but come on, guys. You're not helping all these poor West Coast people who are tuning into Twitter, just looking at their phone and just throwing it across the room.
I absolutely agree. But I mean, at the same time, we've said this before.
Yeah.
If you don't want to be spoiled, don't go on Twitter. Don't go online. Just stay offline till you've seen the show. It's the new way of things. It is the world we're living in.
All right, well, we'll talk about everything in this episode, but before we do, if you like this video, give us a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and also allow me to put on a tinfoil hat here for a moment. I'm not wasting any time tonight.
This is the same tinfoil hat that you have put on every single week with the show. Here we go.
The thingamajig was kept on The Masked Singer tonight because Nicole Scherzinger wants to get a little bit closer, and bias is coming into The Masked Singer. I'm being ridiculous, but no, I mean...
No, but earlier you brought up an idea that Michelle Williams went home because the judges all knew who she was, which is something that you have said before, that when it feels like the judges know who it is, Patti LaBelle is a legend, amazing, went home because of your theory.
This is my real tinfoil hat theory. It's just that The Masked Singer knows, and producers of this show know, that it's not as exciting when everyone can kind of guess who everyone is on the panel. They like to have surprise guesses, and I think they want at least one person in the finale who the judges don't really have that good of a read on. So I think they're more likely to keep someone like that if they don't know versus someone who it feels like they do know. And this felt like one of those reveals where everyone was like, okay, and they all kind of knew somewhere in their heart of hearts that it was probably Michelle Williams.
Yeah.
And, okay, well, this is the thing, is that there is a part of me that wants to just shout at these judges for not knowing who the thingamajig is, but at the same time, it is one of those things where, unless you, follow basketball, he could give you all the clues in the world. He could go up there and say, my name rhymes with Richter Roladipo, and they still wouldn't know.
Absolutely, and I'm one of those people. I do not know basketball. I do not know who this person is, if he's a basketball player, unless he's Jose Calderon, who's the only person that I know who... I don't even know if he's playing anymore. It's how long ago this is. But, I mean, I wouldn't know. And when he takes off his mask and he's this Victor person, I'm still going to be like, meh, nice voice, but I don't know who you are.
First of all, we need to update you on the Toronto Raptors point guard situation. Fred VanVleet, you got to bet on yourself here. Okay, but anyway, I just think, okay, it's one of those sort of things where they're also, I don't think it's per se the whole fake romance thing with Nicole or anything, but I do think
I think that the theatrics play something, especially because I think that the producers of the show know that everybody's just going to go online and figure out who everybody is, because that's what happens. The show comes on, and I'll see in my Twitter feed, it's Michelle Williams 500 times over and over again. It's this Victor guy 500 times. Everybody knows who everybody is. So I wonder if they're just looking to have a little more fun with the show, that it's not just about who's under the mask. It's this fun playing back and forth with Nicole and the thingamajig and the leopard being way over the top with some Nick Cannon love and all that kind of fun stuff that now we're tuning into to see what are they gonna do next? Not who is it?
Yeah, it's not really a singing competition. It's more of just, it doesn't matter who goes in a way. It's like there's no real criteria for any of this. Obviously, if this is based on singing, you're keeping Michelle Williams. I mean, she's a Destiny's Child.
Yeah, I mean, this is where your tinfoil hat comes in again, because I didn't think that the Thingamajig had the greatest performance. I like him, and I think his voice is really great. I think he's had better performances than this. But the Butterfly was the clear winner to me tonight. Her voice is incredible, and I didn't think Thingamajig had the greatest performance. So when it was like, oh, and the Butterfly's going home, I'm like, I don't know what's happening anymore with this show.
Well, for a guy whose singing is obviously not his day job and he's getting paid millions of dollars to do something else, he's good for a basketball player who is singing.
Absolutely, he is good. But when you've got these two up against each other, there is no comparison. No. So it was a little surprising.
It was a little surprising. These are just our theories. Of course, we want to know yours in the comments, too. I mean, there's one other thing I want to comment on here, though, with the Thingamajig, Nicole shtick aside, and that is the fact that they actually noticed that he's limping a little bit. And I mean, that's because Victor Oladipo had a really bad injury. Like, at least it was a few months. I'm not that big of a basketball fan that I remember exact dates, but he had a really big injury not that long before the show filmed. I am sure there is some, like, basketball podcaster in Indiana right now who is doing some hot take. Victor Oladipo should not have done this show. He needed to sit at home and rest his... It's like, come on. I'm preemptively stopping you, basketball hot take guy. How dare he go and stand on stage in a silly costume and sing Michael Bublé?
You know, you are also hot take basketball guy, but on the other side right now.
Yeah, see, I'm not... I am hot take Masked Singer guy, thank you very much. But it is just... By the way... I never thought in my life I would be hearing Victor Oladipo of the Indiana Pacers dressed as some weird creature with glasses singing Michael Bublé.
And that's why this show is so magic.
It is magic, and I mean, Michael Bublé, this is the only thing I'll say to give the Thingamajig a little bit of credit. By no means does this mean he should stay over the Butterfly, but I think Just Haven't Met You Yet, deceptively hard song.
Oh yeah, it is. I absolutely agree with that.
There's a lot of notes that are really up there that I could not even try to hit. But
crooner songs are not that easy. They sound easy because crooners are all like smooth and make everything sound like butter. But not easy if you're not a crooner. Tough song, and maybe that's why it wasn't my favorite performance from him. He did okay.
Yeah.
He just didn't do better than the Butterfly, but here we are.
Yeah. Real important question here. Better butt shaking. Is it the Black Widow? Is it the Thingamajig? Or was it the time that the penguin twerked?
Oh my god, really? Is this where we're going? Okay, I'll say penguin.
All right. See, we got an answer to a question I did not think we were going to get an answer to. This is what happens when we're delirious after watching The Masked Singer. Okay. Let us move forward now and talk about our other two performers tonight, because we had the fox and we had the tree. And to give you guys a lead up, there was an epic pregame argument about the fox that happened before we even came on air.
And now we'll have the argument again. Now, listen, I know that everybody thinks that this is Wayne Brady. It is probably Wayne Brady. Everybody's done all their Google research and Twitter research. My whole timeline was filled with Wayne Brady, Wayne Brady, Brady, Wayne. All of it. I understand it's Wayne Brady. Now, I'm going to throw out Donald Glover because he was on Spider-Man. So we're talking about that superhero thing again. Yeah. So he's worked on Spider-Man. He is an amazing singer. He sounds like Wayne Brady. Go listen to him. Their voices are so similar. But the clue tonight that gave it away for me was that he said, I have friends on this panel. Some of you are my friends. Not one of you, some of you. And there are two people on here from Community, which Donald Glover was also on. For me, that just gave it away. It was a huge clue to me. I see you smiling over there. Yes, I understand it is probably Wayne Brady. The whole show has been ruined. We all know who everybody is. But I would like to play devil's advocate and maybe throw out somebody so maybe we can be surprised by somebody still. And I don't think that my theory is that outrageous. They do sound very similar.
Your theory is actually really good, and it's really good for a lot of reasons. I mean, I do still think it's Wayne Brady, but I'll go through everything.
It is probably Wayne Brady.
I'll go through everything. Okay, so yes, Donald Glover was on Community, and he was on it for a long time. Joel McHale, Ken Jeong, both on Community for a really long time. They would obviously know each other really well. He does sound a little bit like Wayne Brady when he sings. I've certainly heard Donald Glover sing and rap and do all sorts of other stuff. He is a performer. He is a really big superhero fan. One of the big reasons why he had any connection to Spider-Man at all was there was a long time he was petitioning the play. I may get it wrong, but I believe it was play Miles Morales or something like that. But he is a big superhero fan. They really, I think, tried to push that it's Donald Glover in a lot of ways.
They did, and they even sort of brought in clues about him with kids, and he's got kids. Like, I don't know. It's Wayne Brady, but I would just like to have some conversations about maybe some other possibilities.
Yeah, and I think one other thing about this is that, the one clue I would say is kind of Wayne Brady-ish is they had a sign that says yes and that is a really big rule for improv. You try to yes and everything so that you can kind of constantly keep a scene going. You don't want to be like Michael Scott and pull out the gun and then nobody has anything else that they want to do.
Absolutely, but that doesn't mean that Donald Glover hasn't done improv too. I mean, a lot of actors out there have done improv. Yeah.
And I'm sure Donald Glover certainly has because he was, I believe, a writer on 30 Rock, which was a show all about, a scripted show about improv in a lot of ways. And he's also done a lot of stand-up. I think before he got into music, he did a lot of stand-up stuff. So, I mean, that clue could theoretically work for Donald Glover as well. The tree, see, this is the thing with the tree.
I'm lost with the tree. She's got a beautiful voice. I love her. I really want to see her in the finale. I've seen the guesses online of who people think it is. I do not know who that person is. So again, it'll be the same sort of idea of the thingamajig that if she takes off her mask and it's this person, then I'm just going to be like, Matt, I don't know who you are, but man, you can sing.
This is the thing. Not to give a judge credit, but I actually do really like the Megan Mullally guess because I feel like if Megan Mullally could be a character on The Masked Singer, this is who she would be. And she acts a lot like Megan Mullally would act. So, and I think Megan Mullally can sing. I'm not sure, but I feel like that's actually a reasonable guess.
Yeah.
The part of the tree thing that makes me just insane is the part where I'm known for only doing things on one holiday, which, who is that other than Mrs. Claus? Is the tree Mrs. Claus?
Yeah, which is why when I saw some people saying Elvira, that made some sense too, except that Elvira can't really sing.
I've never heard her sing. I don't know.
I've heard her sing.
Okay.
She can carry a tune okay, but she can't do what the tree is doing.
And there's all these clues about food, and I don't know any chefs that can sing this well, because I think, in the words of the late, great Anthony Bourdain, if you could be a rock star, you're not going to be a chef. And so I don't exactly know why it would be somebody from the culinary world. I know Anna Gasteyer is a name that has been said a lot online. And
yes, that's who I've seen online. I don't know who that is.
I know SNL to a certain extent. She was on SNL before I started getting really hardcore into SNL. I couldn't really place her. I wouldn't be here being like, oh, it's Anna Gasteyer if I didn't see any names online about it.
Yeah, and SNL's not something that I really watch. I am in bed long before them because I am old and I like my sleep.
See, well, I like to sleep in just later. I think that's my thing. But this is the thing with it really. Is Jenny McCarthy, if this is Anna Gasteyer, I'm starting to call shenanigans on Jenny McCarthy. I think Jenny McCarthy may be getting slipped some names ahead of these performances.
I kind of agree, because for the longest time, the tree was the one performer that I wasn't seeing anything really about. A lot of people were having a really hard time figuring out who this was. So the people that actually did the Google digging and put on their Google detective hats have figured this out. I was a little surprised that the name came out tonight from anybody. Yeah. I just don't know why anyone would have gone in that direction unless they had access to Google.
Plus, it's just also, Anna Gaster's not known for only one holiday. Like, she was on SNL. She's kind of known. I don't know what it is with them randomly deciding, okay, let's make everyone think it's Lisa Kudrow tonight by throwing in the smelly
cat and the friends. Yeah, they're really throwing out these hinky clues.
Yeah, like that is like, if it's Lisa Kudrow, you're not putting smelly cat in the middle of the thing, because that is like the most dead obvious giveaway of all time.
Absolutely, and you know, Lisa can sing a little bit, but she cannot sing like this tree.
No, the tree's really good.
The tree is really good.
Yeah, I mean,
the tree is one of my favorites, although I still kind of feel like the fox is probably going to win the show.
And I'm okay with that. Wayne Brady, you deserve it. Oh, you deserve getting your trophy and carrying it, because you had to endure so many episodes of Who's Line where you never actually knew if you were the winner, or if it was just Drew Carey wanted to take your spot in like whatever Irish drinking song they were doing at the end of the episode. But
well, also, I just love Wayne. I would love Wayne to win the show, but the real person I would love to win the show who wasn't on tonight is the leopard. I just don't think he's going to win the show. I think the fox, the tree, one of them really could win the show.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's leaning into the fox.
If the tree gets to be on the Masked Singer like last episode, which is like right before Christmas, like she's got to milk that like nobody's business.
Absolutely.
I know that this was filmed a long time ago. I don't care, but
but I'm sure that they have an idea when it's going to be airing. So
all right, well, we'll wrap this video up, but we want to know from you guys, what did you think about the big reveal tonight? But beyond all that, what did you enjoy about the episode tonight? Because that's really where we are at this point. Who do
you think is going to win?
Yeah, like this isn't so much about the guessing game anymore. This is just about fooling around with the show. But
absolutely. Everybody knows who everybody is. So who do you think is going to win?
Let us know, and if you like this video, give us a like, subscribe, and you can support us further by checking out that link in the description to the CARTERMATT store, and we'll see you here next time.